Welcome once again. This is Rain, founder of Forex 100 Academy Private Limited. So today's session is definitely run by Forex 100 Academy, and my team is right in the group. And Boon Hui, my partner, who is a certified harmonic pattern trader and coach, will be in the chat room to facilitate any Q&A. And of course, we are the preferred education provider, or rather the preferred education provider of Alp Social. So Alp Social is a leading online social media for traders and investors. So head on to www.alpsocial.com/forex100 academy and have an account over there. So why do you want to have an account there? Because our analyst, Boon Hui, will be sharing the harmonic pattern over there. Myself, every weekend, I'll be sharing the upcoming trend. No matter how busy I am, I will record this video and actually post it, okay, in this group, so that we can see the development on every Wednesday. And of course, at times we spot for trends, and I have been seeing that for the past few months since I'm doing it. I share about 4 to 6 videos every week. Alright, so some trends are too early to say, meaning to say that it will take about at least 6 weeks. Alright, so those I will just do the analysis on the midweek market analysis, which is the session you're watching right now. Alright, and of course, these are the better one. The title kind of suggests the main theme in the video. Alright, so let us get started with our analysis. First up, we will look at Euro Dollar. Alright, so we will do from daily chart to 4 hour to 1 hour naked, meaning to say that there's no analysis on it, or rather there's no drawing on it. Then on the second run, I will be sharing the opportunity I'm waiting for. Alright, so we have 12 pairs, 3 time frame, and 10 different trading strategies. Definitely, I will be spotting the most recent, or rather the most possible setup that I'm looking at. So if you see anything in zone, buy zone, sell zone, harmonic pattern, you can shout out where is the starting point if you're looking for harmonic pattern, which date it is, which time frame it is. So it does help to speed up the process. Alright, let us get started. On Euro Dollar, on the daily chart, we can see the first break and second break of the high. So market is on a bullish trend. However, recent bearish movement doesn't affect the daily chart analysis. So I'm still waiting for a buying opportunity right now. Alright, on the daily chart, it is still trend trading opportunity. Okay, on the 4-hour chart is very similar, although we have very head and shoulder like formation. Is not the kind that I'm trading myself. Alright, so I am not looking for extension downwards, at least not now, not for my filter of the RSI. It doesn't kind of fit in to what I'm looking for, so it is still back into the buy zone. To the 1-hour chart, on the analysis, you can see that it break the recent high one time. Then on the second time, it break above and close above the high once again. Alright, so high mark. So it is on a bullish trend until it break the low once. It's a straight down, so it break once. So no doubt that right now on the Euro Dollar, on the 1-hour chart, is a weaker bullish trend. It's not as strong as the 4-hour and daily time frame. Overall, it is still a bullish setup until the new low of 1.1202 is broken, meaning you say that the candle have to break below and close below the price. Alright, so let us head back and let me share with you my analysis to the daily chart. On the daily chart, I'm waiting for A. Right now is within the buy zone. Alright, and at the same time is a bearish godly. So I'm looking for a counter trend trading opportunity at 1.12 or 1.1426. So you may be saying, hey Rain, since you know it's a bullish trend, why you're looking for short? So you do know that trends do not hit one single direction unless it is intervened by the market, meaning to say that there is some politics related or economic data released that affect such movement. If not, even when the market is heading upwards, you have swing like this. Alright, so head down to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so on the 4-hour chart, you can see that over here is the sell zone. Okay, for counter trend traders. It came up, retest, went up again, and hit down. Alright, and of course, if I extend this box a bit more, you will be able to see it has fall within the potential buying opportunity right now. Alright, and personally, I do not just engage a trade once it's in the zone. I'll need a bit of confirmation. Minimum I'm looking at is a double bottom with a RSI divergence. Then I am more into entering a trade. Alright, 1-hour chart, you can see that there's a bearish shark pattern. Market hit the D price, came down, touches my first target, hit back up. So when it hit back up, I really shift my stop loss to entry price. So when the market came up, the trade was closed and I did not engage the next trade. So in this case, my second target is not achieved because I closed the trade due to the stop loss at entry. So there's always different ways of handling the trade. If you choose a defensive method, meaning shifting stop loss to entry price, then of course your risk is lower. But when the market came back with test, and if you decide not to re-engage the trade and you slide downwards, you'll miss the entire trade. Reasons why I don't do so, because RSI was higher than the previous high, and if you know shark pattern very well, at the first target is also a potential reversal opportunity for people who want to counter trend trade the shark pattern. Alright, so it's one of the, I can say it's the most sophisticated harmonic pattern in the entire harmonic pattern series. Alright, so that is my analysis on euro dollar. Let's head down to pound dollar. So if you love something like this, even you are watching the replay, feel free to take a moment. It just only takes you about 3 seconds to hit the share button so that more people can benefit from this and they can join us the next session from 6:08 p.m. onwards. Alright, so on pound dollar, we can see on the daily chart is a very bearish movement. Market broke the support 1 time, 2 time bearish trend, break again, break again. You can see that even it was just breaking and closing below maybe just a pip difference, that means 1 pip difference. Market did respect that, hit back up, resisted, and go deeper. Alright, hit back up again, and it crashes downwards. Alright, so very bearish move. Head down to the 4-hour chart. Nothing much on the 4-hour other than it's a very bearish movement, and this is a potential sell zone. To the 1-hour chart, very bearish movement. Market basically came down, okay, and extend downwards. Let me share with you my analysis. My analysis is pretty straight, and I think is about to reach my entry price, giving the rate it may reach today or tomorrow. Okay, at 1.2374, I'm looking for a buying opportunity. So I'm waiting for the market to go a bit deeper. Then I'll head in to long as a counter trend trade. Alright, so that's one. Head down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, okay, so this sell zone is no longer the price I'm looking at. Can any one of you tell me why? Okay, it's because the market has retested back into the sell zone and it has created a new low. So this is no longer valid for me. However, the new sell zone is within this block over here. This is the new sell zone I'm looking for. To the 1-hour chart, alright, so this support zone is not valid anymore. Alright, so by looking at the structure, this is the level I'm kind of interested for a pullback, 1.2511. So I will shift it down to alert and change my description. So it's no longer a shark pattern or reversal pattern I'm looking at. Okay, I'll put a sell zone, H1 chart, trend continuation. So for alert like this, I want it to be straight and simple, straightforward. Alright, so I could wait for a harmonic pattern to form up or just a retest back into the structure. Alright, So let us move to dollar yen. So if you have any questions, feel free to punch them in. If you spotted any trends, feel free to punch them in. All right, we got about 10 more charts to go. On the dollar yen, on the daily chart, we can see that market, very sharp movement, came back up, retest the previous resistance, became support, went back up, retest the resistance, did not break and close above the high price, and it slided downwards. So dollar yen is on a bearish movement. All right, head down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we can see that it start to break the high price over here 2 times, went up. All right, so right now dollar yen on the 4-hour chart is bullish, is going up. Okay, to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, let us have a look. This was the high that was created. This was the support. Market broken once, market broken twice. So one thing that I can say about dollar yen is the potential state that it may have a change of trend. Why so? Daily trend bearish, 4-hour trend bullish, 1-hour trend kind of sideways. Correct? So it does give a bit of uncertainty to the market. Even on the 1 hour, it is more prone towards the downside than the upside, although overall it looked very sideways movement. Alright, so for traders who love to ride on trend, you may not want to look at this pair. For traders who are, definitely depends on time frame, yeah. For traders who are looking for, who love counter trend trading, sideways trading, then this might be the one that you might be looking for. Let me share with you my analysis on dollar yen, a lower level at 105.51. I'm looking for my buying opportunity, counter trend trading opportunity on this bullish bad pattern. Alright, so my sell zone on the daily chart has changed as well. It came very close and very tight over here. This will be my new sell zone. Alright, over here. Okay, to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart is a bit messy in a way, because there's a lot of setup over here. First, we have the head and shoulder bottom. For a buying opportunity, it is still there, it's still in. Alright, and you have a deeper sharp pattern on the 4-hour, completing at 106.70. Lots of trading opportunity in this time frame, and all of them are still valid. In fact, there might be new one that has already formed again. Alright, over here there is a bearish bad pattern. Alright, so if you look at this formation, alright, it can swing both ways. It can either give you a bearish shark or a bullish butterfly. So during consolidation is also the period that you will have lots of trading opportunity. That's when a filter is important. What are your rules for trading head and shoulder? What are your rules trading bet? It cannot be when you feel like it's happy, feel like you are on a winning streak, you trade everything, or you feel like the market is bearish without much research, you just look for selling opportunity. So it doesn't work that way for me. To the 1 hour chart, let's see. On the 1 hour chart, yes, we do have a bullish butterfly pattern completing at 107.11. Alright, although right now it going into a sideways, and potentially for such movement, it may invalid the entire analysis. Alright, because I'm very strict on when will this formation complete, but it's still looking good right now. Alright, it can go sideways for a while, drop down to this level 107.10. I'll be interested to buy. Alright, that's a counter trend trading opportunity. Okay, so that is my analysis on dollar yen. Hi Rick. Okay, so if you love analysis like this, please hit the share button. It will take you only 3 seconds. If you have any questions, just drop it on the chat box over there. My partner Bunhui will be responding to that. And of course, I do take a look once in a while, and I'll respond as fast as I can. Alright, so 12 currency pair. Right now we are on the 4th pair. On the Euro Yen on the daily chart is quite a bearish movement. Right now, market go into consolidation. Alright, so consolidation will lead into a potential expansion. Alright, so for breakout traders, this might be something that you want to take a look at it. Alright, and over here, we do have market movement to the high, resistance, and to the low, support. Alright, then it start to consolidate. Alright, very sideways movement to the 1 hour chart. Back to the daily chart, I'll share with you my analysis. On my daily chart, to set up over here, you can read it as downtrend. Then this box over here, it can be a bearish flag pattern extending downwards even beyond the potential reversal zone of this bullish bet. 119.86 potential counter trend trading opportunity on bet. So for our student, if you cannot find bet, actually there are quite a lot to the moderate level. It's quite a lot. Yeah, so you just have to do more practice. You are able to spot them. On the daily chart as well, you get to see this bearish bet formation completing at 12612. Alright, for a trend trading opportunity. Okay, to the 4 hour chart. To the 4 hour chart. Alright, on the 4 hour chart, this is one of the consolidation that I spotted. Not the best because it has broken over here, quickly come back, broken, came back as well. So right now it has broken downwards. I start to develop a trading strategy, a thoughts. Okay, first I have this rule on my conscious and subconscious analysis. The first break of the consolidation, I'll take it as an indication for the likelihood of market movement. So when it break once downwards and it went back up, it will give me the clue of market may heading downwards instead of upwards, because consolidation, it cannot consolidate like forever, correct? It will hit either one direction, and most of the time it will hit towards a single direction. It will not go into a sideways expansion for most of the time based on the time frame I'm trading. Alright, daily 4 hour and 1 hour. Especially for consolidation, I use it on 4 hour and above. But something you have to take note is that there is the previous low over here that spiked downwards and this area. So what I usually do, I will box up this area from the candle body to the outliers. Over here, this is the outliers. Market came down, went back up straight away. Alright. So this is the area excuse me, for a potential counter trend trading opportunity. So I want to highlight this area because I don't want to head in for a short straight away. A preferred method is a market rebound back into the resistance price within this area. So this I will adjust accordingly. Analysis that is no longer helpful to you, shift it. Alright, so this is the area I'm looking at. Alright, this is the area I'm looking at. Okay, back into this area, and just nice, we still have this trend line. Alright, so that's what I'm focusing on. Okay, so whatever else, let me just head back to the daily chart. It's too big of a region for me to look at, and because of the sideways consolidation, you have break downwards. I love to keep my chart clean, yeah. So these are things that I no longer want. Remove it. Alright. So it is still a potential bet. I'll just leave it there. Market came down, went back up. What does it tell you? Created new low. Although the spike over here is not the best perfect for this, but it's still valid. Know what I'm looking for? Not the best. okay, because I prefer the candle break and close below the low price. All right, any idea yet? All right. So what we have over here is a harmonic pattern, X to A to B, B to C, CD completion somewhere over here. Okay, this is my bearish shark formation should the market extend upwards. Alright, most importantly, this is a much more important level for me to look for a shorting opportunity of this trend line. If you ask me, likelihood of this shark pattern forming up is not as high as this. Alright, I do feel that there will be some holding over here, and that's what I need. Alright, head down to the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, interestingly, we do have a excuse me, we do have a butterfly formation, very close, come very close to this area. So let me just, okay, so this is a potential reversal, trading reversal area. Okay, traders, you want to take note on this 1 hour chart. Okay, when you came down, go into this support zone. Remember, this support zone I just draw unknowingly on the 4 hour chart live earlier on, and it came straight into the completion of the butterfly pattern. So it will get me very interested. Looking at this, the first low, RSI very low. Most likely in these cases, when market came down and touches the price, you will have a RSI divergence most of the time, like 90% of the time. All right, so this is one trade that I'm interested to look at. So what I'll do a right click, trade, buy over here. Okay, so this is my buying price. Just where's my stop loss? Oh, stop loss will be big, yeah. My stop loss is about 97 pips below the low price over here. So look at the low price over here, 100 pips. So 12034. Okay, that's my stops. All right, so I'll let it run. Place order. Sorry. So what it does is when the market hit this price, it will buy. If it came down, you hit the stop loss. Okay, so for traders who are looking to extend it upwards, it is possible. It really depends on your trading strategy. Yep, all good. So over here, I would also love to set an alert so I can enter on my live account. 1 hour chart, H1, Euro Yen. Okay, what else I have is a butterfly pattern and it's a counter trend trade, right? Set alert. Okay, so that's what we have. Of course, profit wise, if you know the profit, how we use harmonic pattern, feel free to do so. If not, you can definitely look at structure. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, market came down. These are the support and resistance, correct? So this is one of the level that's very important, 12152. Although you have this area you want to exit earlier, is fine. But this is a more significant level. Market came down, went back up, then hit down, new low. Look left, market came down. It went flat, well supported, rebound, broke, went up and break downwards. So I would say, let's say without knowing harmonic pattern, actual target, I'm looking at a take profit at around this price. and I will exit in advance of the spread. So Euro Yen is about 4 pips spread. The price is 12152. Exit 4 pips earlier, it'll be 12148. So I will edit my trade over here. Oh, not trigger yet. So I have orders. Buy opportunity over here. Okay. Okay. 12148. Alright. Modify. That's my first target. Alright. All good. Of course, second target you can look somewhere over here. 12191. Okay. I keep my trades very clean in a way that I only do 2 targets. Alright. First target, the purpose is to shift stops to entry, and of course second target is my true target, and usually I'm looking for a 2-1 ratio. If not, I'm not going to trade. Okay, so yes, internet connection, or rather the Facebook Live, for the past 2 weeks is showing some problems. So I hope that Facebook can fix it. It's obviously the Facebook Live function. We do have very smooth run in the past, but recent 2 weeks is quite crappy, the connection. So, yep. Yeah, so if you see that it stopped, you just refresh it. Okay. Then click the play button, you can get it online again. Okay, so to the next pair. On the pound yen. Pound yen on the daily chart. Okay, tell you what guys, if next week we still face that, then we will temporarily change the live session to YouTube live. So better add us on YouTube as well. We try not to because we really love Facebook. Yeah, our business pretty much start from Facebook. Yeah, so we'll just give it 1 more week. If next week we still face the similar problem, we'll hop it to YouTube. Yep. Okay, so on pound yen on the daily chart, we can see that new low has been keep on created. Very bearish movement. To the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart new lows as well, bearish movement. To the 1-hour chart, bearish. So pound yen is a very classic, all 3 time frame is bearish, so I am more likely to look for a selling opportunity. Okay, so let me share with you my analysis. So we have this wedge over here. So when I did my analysis, I was like, okay, there's a wedge potential of going upwards. Of course, if you know wedge pattern trading, you have to break and close above the high price. Then I'll wait for a retest before I engage a trade. So being conservative at times, yes, you will miss better profit setup, but you do avoid cases like this. So you have a higher win rate, but profits will be lesser than an aggressive trader. Every decision is a trade-off. So decide carefully, choose the one that is closest to your personality. That will be the great best. Alright. So to the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, what we have, okay, is a break and close below the low price. Alright. So I will let me back to the daily chart, 4-hour chart. Okay, so I will be having a new sell zone over here. So there's no need to have this. Okay. So this is more immediate. I'm interested in this area for a selling opportunity. Okay, so definitely waiting for a retest. To the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, pretty much nothing for me. Still too early to say. Yeah. So I don't do breakouts trade if the market did not consolidate. Alright, so let me just uncheck this, not in my list anymore. New Zealand yen, at least not for now. On the daily chart, we can see market came down, break and close below the low price, then went back up again. So it's at a very awkward situation. Overall trend bearish, but a new high is created and is near the previous high. So no doubt this is the best price for you to sell. Having the best reward is to risk. Traders might really as a double top, but traders who know me very well, double top have to be in the structure. If not, I'm not interested. Okay, so not doing anything on the daily chart. From my experience, is more likely to extend upwards than downwards. Yeah. So on the 4-hour chart, market retest the previous high. Nothing special for me on this. Okay. 1 hour, this is what I have. Back to the daily chart. I'll share with you my analysis. On my daily chart, I'm looking for it to extend a bit higher to 74.06 for a selling opportunity on this very sharp pattern. To the 4-hour chart, we might have a few invalid analysis as it goes here. So let's see how it goes. So on the 4-hour chart, we have still this bullish band formation completing around 70.57. However, this level no longer is my really preferred level because the C price have touches A. So for this is very much like retest of the previous resistance. So if the market really slide downwards, usually I can see that most of the time it have a very painful movement, meaning say that it will slide. It may even slide beyond the entry price. So I wait for a candle confirmation before I engage a trade. To the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, let's say okay, we have this kind of choppiness movement. Based off my filter, it has already invalid. It takes too long for the market to complete at D price. So the sharp pattern no longer valid. And this bet is extension of 4-hour chart. So what I want to do, one thing I love about TradingView, I can hide it. Alright, so nothing much for me over here for now. If the market hit straight down, then this might be a sharp pattern as well. Okay, which is not too bad actually. So if you are not a certified harmonic pattern trader, my humble suggestion is don't trade shark. It's one of the most tricky setup. It can go up to potential 3 different entry zone. So you clearly have to know the rules. And if you're a harmonic pattern trader, you have to memorize the Phipps level, because imagine you are referring to the ratio while trading. It kind of it's just like when you're driving, then you are looking at the driving manual. You get where I'm coming from. So this is the buy zone I'm looking at. Alright, on the 1-hour chart, and I take all opportunity to zone down, meaning to say that I took the opportunity to minimize the buy zone so I can have better entry. H1, New Zealand Yen, H1, trend. Okay. So that's about halfway mark. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just nice. 6 more to go. So key in the questions you have, and I'll be glad to answer them as fast as I saw it. Okay. So on the daily chart, on New Zealand dollar, market came down, went back up, have this double bottom kind of movement, but to me it's more like a retest of support. Alright, that's my filter. Market came back up again and have a similar move once again. Yeah. So head down to the 4-hour chart. So on the daily chart, it is a bearish movement It's just a weaker bearish because market has break and closed above the recent high. Until it broke and closed above 0.6737, then it will turn into a bullish trend. That's my filter. On the forward chart, market broken once, market broken twice. So on the forward chart, the market has already shown a bullish trend trading opportunity. We might have a shark. Later we'll double check. To the 1 hour, nothing much. Bullish movement, that's for sure. Alright, back to the daily chart where I'll share with you my analysis. My analysis is first we have the weekly bad pattern. I'll just leave it alone first. Then we have the bearish shark formation. So let me just add this in. So on the daily chart, New Zealand dollar, daily chart, bad pattern, counter trend. Okay. Market hit into the resistance area. So if you are loving to trade on support resistance, great opportunity. Support, 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 resistance, resistance. Very important line. But one thing that I subscribe more into, there are two schools of thoughts. One is when the resistance is tested a lot of times, the market respect it. So it is a strong resistance. Contrary, I have the opposite thoughts because it's tested so many times. It's a high tendency that the market will break this level, but I do not buy into the resistance. I will need a confirmation. Alright, to the 4 hour chart, unless there's a harmonic pattern complete at this price, if not, I'm not interested. Alright, so to the 4 hour chart, let's have a look. As we have mentioned, this shark is a tricky one, as the name suggests. Okay, so this shark pattern is still valid here. So it can stretch a bit higher over here. Okay, so for traders who have engaged this trade, you get beaten off by the pattern. Ask yourself, are you able to still engage another trading opportunity over here? For me, I will. Alright, because like what I've mentioned, the resistance line very much is a very strong level. Yeah, tested many of times. To most traders, when it's being tested a lot of times, it shows a very strong resistance. On the contrary, I believe when it's tested a lot of times, the market may break. So that's the first move. So having that, I do see that, you see over here there's already a break. I have to see how the candle actually form out at 67.43 based on the 4 hour chart. Market have to have a initial candle over here, confirmation before I engage the trade. I will not just place a pending order. Alright, that's just my preference. Okay. Okay, so this is not required. To the 1 hour chart, okay, it's just the shark pattern, nothing much. So what I'll do, as this is pretty much based on the 4 hour, I'll do alert New Zealand dollar, shark pattern, trend trading, trend continuation, check. Candle completion. And because I'm checking the candle completion, I want to place it somewhere on the dot. So the price is 67.44. Change it to 67. Just close to it. Alright, that's New Zealand dollar. To the next pair, Aussie dollar, on the daily chart, we can see market has broken the low price, broken the high price. So a bit of expansion upwards on the sideways movement. It may drawn some shark pattern formation coming up. Alright, so I know Boon Hui is need to leave at 3, so it would be nice if you can stay a bit while. It seems like it's ending. It may stretch a bit. Alright, so hit down to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we can see that new high is created the first time. Market did break above but closed below the previous high. That's a tricky one. Okay, then market came up, closed above. Over here, it did not break above and close above the high. Alright, so take note of that, yeah. Alright, a loud halo formation. So it's a pattern that I don't trade, meaning to say that it went sideways, but it went wider. The 1 hour. On the 1 hour chart, nothing much for me. Oh man. Okay, so the most is this is the buy zone. That's it. Okay, back to the daily chart. I'll share with you my analysis. There is a shark pattern, as I have shared with you. This kind of movement attracts shark. Alright, 71.65 selling opportunity over here. Okay, so it's still quite a bit, but I can definitely place a pending order. Australia dollar daily chart, shark. 24-hour chart. To the 4-hour chart. Interesting. Okay, so to the 4-hour chart, we have these, never mind, I'll just do the alert later. On the 4-hour chart, there is this gully pattern, as you all can see. Let me just reload this. So how's trading for you guys this week? Bumpy or smooth? Alright, let us have a look over here. All good? Great. Alright, so on the 4-hour chart, we can see the market has really came up a lot over here. Okay, this is a pattern that I really don't trade. It's a gully pattern, but it really comes so close to the A price. Really not interested. So the max I'm looking for is how the candle form over here, then I'll decide later. Definitely not a set and forget for this kind of setup. To the 1-hour chart, nothing much for me. Back to the daily chart, so I can set my alert over here. Add alert. Australia dollar, daily chart, shark pattern. Okay, all set. Last few pair to go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So Boon Hui do stay with us, yeah. Alright, so to Australia cat, we can see that it is bearish, creating new low, new low, new low. Alright, very bearish movement. But we do observe that the bearish trend is getting thinner and thinner. So even for trend traders who are looking for selling opportunity, you have to be very, very careful. Alright, look into the reward is to risk and your trading strategy, does it fit in nicely? If not, you can always wait for further confirmation. To the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart, we can see that the market has break below and closed below the low price. Like what I mentioned, it has back to the high. Perfect for trend trading opportunity because a very great healthy reward is to risk ratio. But I would say that personally, I'm not very keen. Alright, there's a personal preference. You can read up news on Australia. Is there a potential of extending downwards? And Canada, is there a trend of appreciation? Alright, so to the 1-hour chart. On the 1-hour chart, yep, is a retest of the high. Okay, apart from that, nothing much. Yeah, so back to the daily chart, I'll share with you my analysis. Nothing much. If you have seen that I do make some notes along the way. Alright, BC, ABCD, look closer, how it pushed to X. Okay, so these are my simple notes. Alright, and I seldom do that unless I feel that I will forget. Very, very distinct RSI divergence over here. Okay, market heading downwards, but RSI is showing a higher price. Have you spotted that? Potential reversal opportunity. And this is more for a daily chart, so I just keep it on the daily chart. Likewise for this. Alright, head down to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, nope. Yeah, it's a very big shark. Not looking at it right now. X to A to B, B to C, CD completion somewhere over here. Alright, 200 pips away. Head down to 1-hour chart. Wow, have you traded this? So for traders who have not, I don't know, you may want to consider another RSI divergence. Okay. Okay. Okay, so over here my note came into the BC price is very close. Okay, so I asked myself to double check this area, which it didn't touch it yet. It really depends. Some trader, if you trade ahead, you enter ahead of the spread, your trade might already engage. So good on you. For traders who have not, there are two ways of engaging. I personally would not recommend to trade downwards straight away because it did not break and close below the low price yet. I'll wait for a retest of the high. Okay, so I'll put Aussie Canada 1-hour chart, bad pattern, check. Okay, for confirmation. Okay, or I'll wait for market to break, close below, retrace back into this zone. There's only two ways I'm going to do this. Alright. Too many engaging method for a single trading strategy. It may confuse you, or it can open up too many variables in the trading. To the last few pairs, 3 pairs of the analysis, I'll move a bit faster. Okay, so on the daily chart, of dollar CAD, market break and close below the low price. Okay, to the 4-hour. From this kind of formation, usually I'm looking for a reversal pattern. Alright, like a wedge. Yeah. To the 1-hour chart, whoa, look like sharp pattern possibility. Back to daily chart, I'll share with you my analysis. On my daily chart, I have this bullish Gartley completing soon at 1.2972. You can see if this is trade rules for you. Personally, I just not very comfortable with these zigzag, or rather this choppy movement. So it's not clean enough. Like market go up, came down, went back up, came down. It's not as clean. So I will not be trading this, but I'm just sharing analysis with you. 1.2973. Better be a harmonic pattern trader for you to decide this. Alright, head down to 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, like what I say, I'm looking for a counter trend trading opportunity. It really depends where it ends. You may be able to mix it with the D price over here at 1.2977. If it's slide downwards and you still have this formation, alright, you may look for a combination of these two analysis to engage a trade. On the 1-hour chart, nothing much. Market hit back to the sell zone. So traders who are looking for a selling opportunity, you may do so. So Boon Hui, what's your thoughts on this? Will you be buying for this kind of godly? Let's see what he has to say. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Are we able to put a poll so traders you can interact a bit? Maybe we can do a simple poll. Those who say yes, those who will engage is godly, and those will not. Please share. Alright, interesting. Alright, let's see how it goes. That's our dollar cat. Personally, it's a no for me. Canada yen. Canada yen on the daily chart created new high, went back up to the resistance, went sideways. Alright, so it's still very, very bearish. Not the most very bearish, but it's a sideways bearish movement. Alright, to the 4-hour chart, this is the formation that I'm not very comfortable with. Market came up, go into consolidation. So this may extend upwards to become a bullish bullish flag pattern. To the 1-hour chart, very choppy movement. We might have a harmonic pattern. Already, I think it's already engaged and trigger, even for the shark. Alright, so back to the daily chart. I'll share with you my analysis. Sell zone over here. To the 4-hour, there is this godly pattern. It's still valid, yeah, but when the market hit up, consolidate, I did exit at the base of it because on the 1-hour chart, it looked very much like a flag pattern. So on the other side, there is a bearish shark pattern, almost. Okay, completing at 83.17. Alright, but when the market go into this kind of consolidation, I'm not very comfortable, so I'm not place a set and forget over here. Usually for such movement, I'll wait for a confirmation. And do note that the completion price of the D price of this bearish shark pattern, no doubt is a trend trading opportunity on the daily chart, but based on the 1-hour chart, it's like a bullish flag pattern. You are trading near the tip of the breakout. Good thing is you can minimize your stops. If you break and close above the high, you can choose to exit earlier. Bad thing is you have higher rates of hitting stops, and of course another advantage, a better reward is to risk ratio in this kind of setup. So you have to make the call. Yeah, so CJ, 1-hour chart, shark pattern is a counter trend trade for this time frame. Alright, so to the last pair. So if you do not have the last any questions, then that will be it very, very soon. Alright, so let's look at Pound Australia. Let's see what I can do over here. Okay, so for pound Aussie on the daily chart, it has extend downwards, bearish move for sure on the daily chart. Head down to the 4-hour. On the 4-hour chart, we can see there is also a very bearish movement. This can be the zone for retracement. It will take some time. So pound Aussie will not is in the top of the list that I'm looking at. Okay. Then we have the 1-hour chart, very bearish move. Market came down into this area. Counter trend trader will see a new low, market retest the low. But I just want to remind you that as a crazy supporter of double top and double bottom when I start off my trading journey, you can see that every downtrend extension for once they are a double bottom. All right, so let's look over here. Market came down, went back up, came back down. You say, hey, double bottom. Yes, it's double bottom. It went up. If you never take profit over here, then your analysis is a bit off. At least you have to shift stops to entry because they are structured over here. All right, then market extend downwards. Then depends on your chart. It may not have break and close below the low. Say, okay, well supported. Now triple bottom. Buy. In this case, you should have exited because there's a previous high. If you didn't, I hope it's because you miss it and it's not because you read it wrongly. Came back down. Alright, so this for some traders they read it as a bearish movement, consolidation, so bearish flag. Alright, market went up. It's like, okay, never mind. Market came back down to the low. Again, buy. Guess what happened? Slide downwards. But of course, if you love to trade resistance support, it's fine as long as it's a great reward is to risk ratio. You have a 2:1 ratio or at least a 1.5 is to 1 ratio. Hitting at least a 50% accuracy are profitable. Alright, so for me to trade this low price, it has to go into a support level. So let me just move higher. Do I see any support? No. Alright, move daily. Do I see any support? Maybe over here. Alright, at 1.7674, this area 7674. Okay, over here. So back to the 1-hour chart. So sometimes you can do this kind of combination. It came into the zone. Will you want to? Bearish candle, very strong. Over here it looked almost like a Marubozu. Marubozu is a kind of candle that shows a single direction, bearish or bullish, and without the shadow, or visually you won't see the shadow of the candle. Alright, so this is something to take note. Yeah, a very bearish trend, not that keen. Alright, so back to the daily chart. I'll share with you my analysis. On the daily chart, this is the sell zone, but this sell zone has created a lower price over here. New sell zone. Alright, to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so this is a new sell zone. There's even for 4-hour is valid. So this is area I'm looking for a selling opportunity. If not quite interested. So let me just go to the daily chart and tidy up a bit. Okay. To the 1-hour. On the 1-hour chart, there was a bet, but it slide downwards. So it's a reminder for traders, harmonic pattern like this, it will be a bet only when you touch the D price. I do not have any strategies that I have to actually buy from C all the way to D, so do not have that. So unless you tested, you know what you're looking for, I won't say that's a good thoughts. Alright, so yes, we managed to close everything within an hour. If you're looking to do, graduates can do this and they can spot the bad pattern, they can spot the buy zone, sell zone, which is actually very important for entry opportunity and target stretching opportunity. You know that harmonic pattern, they have a standard rule set with a fixed target 1 and 2. For traders who love to extend the targets, you must able to read zone like this very well, so you know when to extend and when not to. Alright, so bad pattern, buy zone, sell zone, and this head and shoulder advance, or rather engage head and shoulder in advance, these are the methods we cover in a single day course, and of course we do pre-course content and stuff like that. We do even do pre-course content during our 3 hours workshop. So if you happen to be in Singapore next Tuesday and you love to equip this skill and to be able to trade at the comfort of home, there's no overheads, there's no need to travel, there's no need to squeeze the traffic, click the registration link at the comment box right now. Register a seat, you receive a ebook and join us for only $15. Bring along your notebook, you're able to learn some of the good trading habit as well. Alright, so till then, remember to like these posts, like this live session, like our Facebook page, share this video on your Facebook timeline so more traders can benefit from it. Till then, remember always plan your trade and trade your plan, and I will see you very soon on the next video and on the next workshop. Alright, see you. Have a great week ahead.